Good morning, everyone. My name is Ramya, a final year BTech student in the stream of Electronics and Communication Department at Rajiv Gandhi University of Knowledge Technologies, Ongon. Now I am here to present my project titled Washing Machine Simulation using Picsimlab. It is an embedded system project and I done this project with the help of the Emertxe. Before going to this project, first we have to know about the basics of the C programming language and what is embedded system, what are the applications in real time, and what we have learned in this internship. Basics of the C language. What is C language? C is a general purpose procedural computer programming language. It supports structured programming, lexical variable scope, recursion, static type system. So it is general purpose. It is used effectively in many specific domains. C is a free formatted language and it is not strongly typed. Efficiency and portability are the key strengths. Extensive library facilities play an important role in its usage. Coming to briefly introduce what is C programming language. It is such a basic programming language. Means first we are able to write the code in C programming language. It is very easy to know, means to learn the other programming languages like C, Python, Java. So it is the basic programming language. It is the mother of the programming language and it is very basic. Depending upon the situation, depending upon the application type, we can write the code. Where the C is used. C has many applications. It can be used in everywhere. For example, system software development, embedded software development, OS kernel development, means operating system kernel development, firmware, middleware and driver development, and file system development and many more. And the next one is syntax of the C programming language. The syntax is very simple. It consisting of header files like while writing of the C programming language we are including a header file. Means it consisting of some libraries. There are some individual codes for some functions. For example, in this the header file is hash include stdio.h. It is a preprocessor. And in this we are using the printf statement sometimes. Printf means when we write this printf statement, it automatically displays whatever we write in this printf braces. For example, if we write scanf, means it takes the data from the user and then it stores. Like this, for any keywords, individuals, for some specific words, they have some individual header files libraries like this, like printf, scanf. And the next one is main function. Before writing the starting of the code, first we have to open this main block to write the code. And the next one is tokens in C, comments in C, and the next one is white spaces, semicolons in C. In C programming language, we uses this semicolon for the end of the line for some specific functions. For some specific functions we cannot use this semicolon. For example, if we are using this if condition, after the if condition braces we do not use this semicolon. We are using this semicolon ending of the statements only, and we are using the comments. It is not mandatory to use the comments in C programming language, but whenever our code is reading to some other person, if he does not understand how we are writing the code, in that cases if we use these comments like this is the variable I used, this is the condition I am using. Like this, the loop will terminate or the loop will initialize. Means in this comment we can write everything in a paragraph type to understand the code properly. And the next one is data types in C. In C programming language there are three types of data types, and the first one is user defined data types. User defined data types means depending upon the user he creates this data type. In this, the first one is structure, union, enumerator. Structure means it combines the different data types into a single class. And the next one is union. It is also same like structure. It also combines the different types of variables, different data types of variables into a single class. But the main difference between the structure and the union is structure uses the different memory allocation, but in union it uses the same memory for a whole class. And the next one is enumerator. Enumerator is used to store the name mentioned values, means the values with a specific name. And the next one is primary data types. Primary data types are the basic data types. In this we have int, char, float, double. Int means integer. Depending upon the laptop compilers, the size of the int may be different. Char means char is used to store a single character like A or B or C, like this. And the next one is float. Float is used to store the floating type values like with a point values 1.5, 1.67, like that. Double is also like a floating point, but it has some more storage to put more values like 1.6795, like that. And the next one is secondary data types. Secondary data types is also known as the data types that are derived from the primary data types. In this secondary data types contains arrays and pointers. Arrays means a collection of variables with the same data type into a it means like a matrix or some different types of elements into simple box, like that. And the next one is pointer. Pointer means it stores the address of the another variable. And the next one is control statements. In C programming language we have 11 control statements. In this there are three types: if statements, jump statements, iterative statements. If means it checks the condition. If the condition is true, it executes the statements in that if condition block. If it is if the condition is false, it just silent, it cannot do anything in if. In if else statement, it first checks the condition in if block. If it is true, it executes. If it is false, then it go for the else block. Then it executes the statements that are present in that else block. And the next one is if else nested. Nested means like a nested. Nested means within one there is another one. In if else we have the if else statement, if else condition. If the condition is correct, then in that if else we have another if condition to check. If that condition is true, then in that we have another if condition, like that it checks the conditions. And the next one is if else ladder. If else ladder means in this statement the conditions are like a ladder. First it check for the if condition. If it is correct, it executes, or if the condition is false, it does not execute, and then it go for the another if else block. Like that it can move like a ladder to check for the condition. And the next one is jump statements. In this we have break, continue, go to, switch case. Break means it just stops that loop, it just terminates. Continue means it skips that statements. Go to means whenever we have the go to with some variable, it just go to that function to execute. And in switch case we have some cases to execute. For example, in a calendar we have specific months like January, February, March. In this switch also we have uses the cases like case 1 means January, case 2 means it considers as case 2 as month 2 like it is February, case 3 March. And in this switch case we use the default means whenever, for example, when I said it is Ramya means it does not have any month. If there is no condition or if there is no possibility, that time it executes this default statement. And the next one is iterative statement. Iterative means it is like a loop. In for loop, in the braces we have to initialize the means we have to write the 3 separate blocks with a semicolon. And the first one is initialization. For example, I am using the variable I equal to 0, or for some other applications like palindrome, checking the palindrome, checking the number is leap year or not, like that we have to initialize I equal to 1 or I equal to 2. For this block first we have to initialize. And the next one is we have to write the condition to where the loop will stop. For example, I less than or equal to 5. When I equal to 5, then the loop will stop. And the next one is incrementation or decrementation of that variable. And the next, in that for loop we can write the statements how it execute, like I equal to I plus 1, like that. And in this for loop it first initialize that I equal to 0, and the next it again go to that for loop I equal to I plus 1 means 0 equal to 0 plus 1, I equal to 1. And the next one is it checks for condition incrementation, like that. And the next one is while loop. In while loop will execute while loop it execute infinitely until the condition is wrong. While of 1 means it executes continuously. Whenever the condition is false, it stops. In do while loop first we have to write the do block, and the next we have to write the while. Whether the condition may be true or false, the statement may execute only once, because it first checks the do, means it executes that what are the statements that are present in do. After that it come down to check whether the condition is right or wrong in the while loop. These are the control statements in C programming. And coming to the introduction to embedded system. Embedded system means it is the combination of both the hardware and software, uses the microcontroller or microprocessor to do a specific task. It combines the hardware and software to carry out the real-time operations, often with minimal user interaction. An embedded system has many applications: home automation, mobile phones, cars, printers, television, electronic book, tablets, game machine, cameras, smartphones, broadcasting, like that. And the next one is categories of the embedded system. In these categories there are 5 categories of embedded system. And then the first one is standalone embedded system. In that standalone embedded system we have 2 types. First one is slave embedded system, and the next one is independent embedded system. Slave embedded system, it is also known as blind embedded system, because whatever we give the device, the system can work like this. First, whether we write the wrong code also, it can execute what we give. It does not check whether it may be correct or not. It just blindly follows what we give. And the next one is independent embedded system, means it has the capability to check whether the condition, whatever the code, it may be correct or wrong. If it is wrong, it has the capability to verify that code, and it can recheck that code and it can execute. And the next one is real-time embedded system. These embedded systems are based upon time, means it works on time. For example, in automated cars or normal cars, whenever an accident happen, within a second of time, the airbags will come out and it will save that person who are present in the car. These real-time embedded systems are used in that type of cars, some applications. And the next one is network embedded system. Whether the network may be wired or wireless, it can come under network embedded system. And the next one is mobile embedded system. Mobile means, as we know that mobile means mobile embedded system. And the next one is hybrid embedded system. Hybrid means it is the collection of different or many. It can consisting of it has the characters of other embedded systems also. That's why it is called hybrid embedded system. And the next one is components of the embedded system. In these components of the embedded system, first one is CPU. It is the central processing unit. It is the brain, means it is the main part of the embedded system. Whether it may be microprocessor or microcontroller, this CPU processes that data what it have, and it can execute depending upon that code or something that it has. And in this embedded system, sensors are the inputs. They takes the inputs from the environment, external environment, and it generates the analog signals and gives that analog signals to the analog to digital converter, and this converter converts the analog signals to the digital signals and gives the digital signals to the CPU, and the CPU will take that digital signals and it executes and it processes whether it may be correct or wrong. It checks and it can analyze. And the next one is it generates the digital signals. These digital signals are given to the digital to analog converter. This converter takes that digital signals and it converts that digital signals to the analog signals and it gives that signals to the actuators. In this embedded system, we are using the actuators as the output devices. These devices can visually shown how our program or project will execute. For visualizing, we are using the actuators. And it consisting of user interfaces. It may be very small or very large, like LEDs or some other applications. And the next one is diagnostic port. Diagnostic port means it is a type of port and it is used to check whether each device in the embedded system is working properly. Each port is doing their work or not. For checking purpose, we are using this diagnostic port. And the next one is auxiliary system. This auxiliary system consisting of power system and cooling, and it consisting of FPGA, ASIC. And the next one is software, means we are writing the code like that. It also come under software. And the next one is memory. Memory is like a storage element to store the data, instructions, registers like that. CPU processes the data and it can store that data in a specific location, that is called memory. And it consisting of electromechanical backup and safety, means whenever the problem arises or whenever an electrical circuit like that, whether it may happen, there must be a backup for future purpose, like some safety, like a safety. And it consisting of some external environment. And the next one is requirement of the microcontrollers and microprocessors. They must have the requirement like reliability, means it must work for a long time. And the next one is cost effectiveness, low power consumption, efficient use of processing power, efficient use of memory. And the next one is real time aspect. In that, the first one is hard real time, means it should meet its deadline. Whenever it has some delay, it should not accept that delay. That is called hard real time. And the next one is soft real time, means it can tolerance in meeting its deadline. Means whenever a delay occurs, it can tolerance, means it can accept that delays. But in firm real time, it is similar to hard real time properties. And in this project, we have assigned to a specific problem statement, like what we have to do. In this project, we have to develop a washing machine interface and simulate it, which displays and allow user to select different types of washing modes on pressing digital keypad, and water levels on long press. On start of machine, it should display function running and remaining time, and also it should stop when the lid is opened. And in this project, for this project, we are using the softwares used MPLab X IDE v5.50 version for writing the code. For compiling purpose, we are using X8 compiler. For visualizing the output, whether it may be correct or not, we are using, for loading the hex file, we are using the Picsimlab for looking the output, for checking the output purpose. And the next one is, in this we are using the interrupt service routine, fan and buzzer. This interrupt service routine tells that the processor or the controller, when an interrupt occurs, what to do. When interrupt occurs, what to do. When it has what is the functionality it has to do. Fans, onboard and passive cooling fans, are now mostly used in all desktop computing and embedded systems. In this project, we are using the fan for watching the program, like wash, rinse, dry purpose. And the next one is buzzer. In embedded system, buzzer is widely used to notify various events such as interrupt generation, end of process, and in emergency situation like detection of fire. In this washing machine project, we are using this buzzer in a only specific situation, like whenever the door is opened, whenever the lid is opened, it ons the buzzer and it displays that the door is opened, please close, like that. And the next one is program flowchart. It starts the flowchart. For the first, we have to declare the variables: reset mode, programs, water level, array, program number, and water level, wash time and dry time. And the next one is, we have to configure the initialize files, like for keypad, LCD, fan, buzzer and timer. First, we have to initialize when the LCD will display, what is the initialized program. For keypad, for displaying purpose, for fan, for washing, rinsing, dry purpose, like that. And next, we show starting screen. And the next one, we have to wait until to power on the washing machine. Whenever we load the hex file in Picsimlab, it first shows press key 5. Means before owning this, first we have to wait until press key 5. After switching the key 5 on, and it shows like washing machine is on. And the next one is, we have the washing program, like heavy, rinse, eco cottons, like that. Means super loop is opened. This is the starting of the super loop. In that we have to take the key pressed input and configure reset mode and operation mode. In that we have to, whether we have to reset or we have to we have to do that operation. We have two switches to do that. That's why we have, whenever we select the option, we have to do a long press. And the next one is, the display screen will be visible based upon the operation mode. Based upon the switch we select, depending upon that, the display will operate. And let's see the project demo. So for this, first we have to open the Picsimlab. So the the Picsimlab is open. In this we have to select the board like Picgenius, like the Picgenius, and the next one is microcontroller. We are using the microcontroller is PIC16F87780. PIC16F87780 is selected, and the next one is we have to select the LCD HD44780. 16 cross 4 means there are 16 characters for 4 lines, and we have 16 cross 2 also, and then we have to change the clock frequency to 20 Hz, and the next we have to load, this is the main point, we have to load the hex file into this Picsimlab, this Pic board. It first showing us press key 5 to power on the washing machine. I just click on the switch 5, like it is showing like powering on washing machine. After powering on, it enter the while loop, washing program, daily, heavy, delicates, white, stain wash. There is an options. We are using the switch 4. For the moving the options, we just click on. For selecting the option, we have to long press for a few seconds. I just long pressed the echo cottons. It entered into the water level, auto, low, minimum, maximum, high. In that water level, we have to we have to open, and this after the long press of that water level, you just go to press switch 5 to start, switch 6 to stop. I am starting the program by using the switch 5, and it shows the function like wash. There is a timer will appear function, and I am using this pass function to stop, like see, it stops. After that I am starting, like fan is offing, just see it is passing, and the next I am starting. Wash function, we see wash is completed, rinse is doing, and the next one is spin is coming. And there is another options when the lid is opened. I am using the switch 1. Yes, it displayed like door is open, please close. After timer is completed means washing the cloths is completed. It shows that program is completed, remove the cloths. And next again it is going to that while loop. Yes, I told you that whenever the while loop starting, it whenever the condition is true, it automatically executes this while loop. And this is my washing machine simulation using Picsimlab project. Thank you everyone.